just like a little snug still, so probably have to carve off a little bit more. There we go. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mitch Austin here from Austin's Workshop, and for today's project I'm making a sword from Yu-Gi-Oh! Now obviously the sword I'm making is from one of the monsters, but which one? Well, this is a monster from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! It's found in Joey Wheeler's deck and probably one of his favorite monsters. If you haven't guessed it, it's the Flame Swordsman sword. This was one of my favorite monsters when growing up watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And I thought it'd be a fun project to make. So the sword I designed to be about 4 feet long. I designed it based on if the swordsman was my height and using images to make the sword. This is gonna try to be life-size, I guess. So I have a few parts already printed off to show you guys how big it's probably gonna look like. So I have the handle of the sword right here, and I have part of the blade. Now this is going to be a pretty massive sword, so obviously once all the parts are done, I'm going to weld them together, do some painting, and I got to print off the hand guards on the side there. And also a different technique that I'm trying out in this project that I haven't done in other projects is I've seen in other cosplay videos from people that do 3D printing swords and stuff. Something that they do is they usually hollow out a section in their swords and they add a wooden dowel or a metal rod or something to add strength, so that way if they decided to hold their weapon with one hand, that the wooden dowel or metal rod or whatever they use would be the main source of supporting the entire sword instead of relying on their welding or gluing and the supports of the actual print. So yeah, this is going to be a fun one. I think this is going to be probably one of my bigger projects. So yeah, stay tuned and we'll see how this goes. This is going to be awesome. Alright guys, so a little update here. I got both of the hand guards printed off here. Both of them took about 21 hours. They still have the support still on them. I just got to rip those off and test fit on the handles, see if they're going to hold properly. I have the tip of the sword printing right now, and I would have had the other section of the blade printing as well, but this printer ended up being out of commission because one of the wires frayed and it was smoking, so I have to order a new heat bed. So I'll end up, now I just got to put it on one of these two that are still in commission and get started. So far everything's going smooth, everything's printing well, no problems so far other than the one printer breaking. But yeah, so let's keep it going. Let's keep it going strong and should be good. Alright guys, so all the parts for my Flame Swordsman sword are printed and I'm going to show you everything kind of put together. Nothing's welded yet, but I want to kind of do a little balancing act right here just to show you guys how big it's going to be and what it's eventually going to look like. So obviously I have the handle right here with the 2 added grips that I printed off here. I have the first part of the blade without dropping anything. I have the second part of the blade that has the flame symbol on it, and Jesus Christ, I don't have enough room in here to show the whole thing, and the tip of the sword. So all together this is about probably 3 feet in length, a little more than 3 feet, probably 3.5, 4 feet I would say. But everything printed off very clean, very good prints, nothing offset, and not a whole lot of fails on this print. So the next part is I have to get a wooden dowel or a metal rod to put inside of the sword. Then I'm going to weld everything together and do some painting. And yeah, but so far this is looking pretty cool. This is pretty awesome. So stay tuned and we'll have this sword completed in no time. So what you guys just witnessed in that time lapse, I carved down this wooden dowel for my sword, and the reason I did that was because the hole that I made for inside the sword was 1 inch, and this dowel was originally 1 inch in diameter, and it was a little tight fit. So instead of sanding it down or anything, I just took a knife and carved off the couple inches, or probably not even inches, probably a few millimeters, centimeters. So now the wooden dowel fits perfectly inside the hole there, and now all of the pieces can fit just like a little snug still, so probably have to carve off a little bit more. There we go. And just like that. Put that. A little snug, but that's probably a good thing that's a little snug, so that way it doesn't break, or maybe adds a little bit of strength to it. And just like that, one continuous piece, and I can actually just hold it with one hand now, and I can even hold it out. Probably things will twist, but I can hold it out just like that without ever worrying that the supports are going to break or any of the pieces are going to break. So yeah, this is probably one of my strongest builds I've made so far. And yeah, so now I just got to weld all the pieces into place, do a little sanding, glue on the hand guards there, do some painting, and yeah, so this is coming along really good. No complications really thus far. So yeah, this is awesome. Let's keep it going. Okay, so now that I just went through everything, all the cracks, all the pieces, minus the hand guards for right now, this is now one solid piece. I went with my 3D pen, fill in all the cracks, solid, make it one piece. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my soldering iron and I'm going to smooth out the little dents from the 3D pen where it's not really flat. I'll probably take some sandpaper to smooth off some other edges where it needs a little flattening, and then we'll do some painting and we'll have a completed sword. So let's get done. Alright guys, so after that time lapse, I went ahead and put a second coat of paint on the sword. So here it is, the completed Flame Swordsman sword. And this came out really well. I went ahead and soldered on the hand guards like that, painted it all silver, painted the blade orange, and I can't tell from where I'm standing right here, but I tried to paint the fire symbols a little brighter orange to see if they would pop some, and they do pretty good off camera. I can't really tell from here on camera, but I think this came out really, really well. This was a very fun project for me to do. Yeah, now I just gotta find a place to hang it. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys want to see more of my projects, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you're notified anytime I upload a new video. If you guys want to follow me on my social medias, I always post pictures and videos and updates on my projects, so you can go check those out in the link down below. And also guys, if you have a crazy idea for a project and an even crazier way of making it happen, don't let people tell your ideas are stupid if they work. I'll see you guys next time.